How's it going, you lot? Look at this. I've got to give this a bit of a clean. I think I'll get a bit of cleaner on this and a rag in a minute and see if we can get some of the dust off from that. But mechanically now, she is sound mechanically. You may or may not have seen the rebuild video, but if you haven't seen it, then I think that's coming out on Monday. So well, I don't know whether I'm going to put this video out, but if you haven't seen it, I won't spoil it, apart from telling you that it works. So yeah, very nice. I'm going to give it, I cleaned up the chassis, although I did spill a bit of nitro and then got it dirty when I test drove it, so I'm going to have to give it another bit of a clean. I've got an air filter on its way. There's a nice air filter on its way. I'm going to repair the pull start. Yeah, so this is one project which is very, very, very close to being complete. And very exciting. So as much as I want to keep it, because I really like the body shell and I really like the platform of the RS4. I mean, these are very nice cars. With the correct shocks on, this would be a very nice car. In fact, whoever buys this is going to have a very good car with a very good engine as well. So I am going to keep that on it. I'm going to keep the fume cooler on it. There's no reason why I should take it off, really. I mean, is it doing harm? No. Is it doing good? Probably not, but it's not doing either, so I'll leave that there. I've charged this glow starter up and that seems to be working, so that is a bundle. Lovely. This is the old carb for it. I think what I'll do is I'll leave the good carb on there because it runs fine with that. I'll try and find a rebuild kit for this old one. If they still do them, I still haven't looked, so they might not do the rebuild kits anymore, but if they do, and I'll get a tick over screw and I'll get a spring for the inside. That's all it needs, really, so I will get that, and that can go on back on one of these other T15s up here. There we go. Look, got bit of I've got some this is good stuff, Astonis kitchen cleaner, lemon zest. I've got a whole box of this at wholesale, and very good stuff. I use it in the kitchen, I use it everywhere, use it in the shack, use it in here. It cleans everything. It's very nice stuff. So what is on or off? Oh, what is on? Oh, got it everywhere now. That is on. I don't want to take any of the paint off or anything, I just want to get the dust off of this. And although I like the patina look, at the same time, I don't want it to be actually dirty. You know what I mean? Paint all over me rag. Look, I want it to be clean, but look dirty. If you know what I mean. Oh, also, I've been looking into, well, I've been reaching out to a few of the larger RC shops. I was looking at reaching out to some of the larger RC shops because I was trying to see if I could get any sort of sponsor deal or something like that, because in that way a lot of you lot are requesting content that I can't actually do as yet because, well, it costs money that I haven't got. So I thought, well, if I can get in with a couple of the larger shops and do a sponsor, and then they know they can trust me and might be able to work something out and might be good for the future. It turns out that making videos telling people where they should and shouldn't shop doesn't do you any favours when you're trying to ask shops to, you know, work with you. So, but no bridges are burned. I don't think they are anyway. So in the future, maybe a bit further down the line, some of these shops that didn't like what they saw when they looked at the channel might, you know, I might be able to win them over in the future, and we might be able to get some proper good content and work with some really good brands as well and good shops in the future. You never know. All I can say is, lesson learned, be careful what you say on the internet, because it might backfire in the future. Yes, I should know that. Yes, YouTube videos actually got me sacked from my job about 6 years ago. Yes, don't voice your opinions too much. Anyway, let's get back to this. What's this down here? Look, it's coming up all right. It's coming up all right. all I want to do is, because there's a lot of dust on here, it's obviously sat on that person that I bought it off. It's obviously sat on his shelf for quite some time, and you know, or wherever he had it, in his shed, on his shelf in his bedroom. If this is dust is from his bedroom, then I wouldn't like to know what sort of household he lives in. It smells like fish, but yeah, let's give it a bit of a clean off. See, that looks lovely now. It's got the dirty look. It's got the dirty sort of rundown look that it should have, but it's not actually dirty anymore. There is no more dirt and dust on there, but there's loads and loads of cleaner all over the bench. So while I clean this up, hang around. So the pull start on this, see, the string is too long. Whether I don't know why that is. Perhaps somebody's unwound the actual string a little bit in the past and couldn't get it all back in and put the pull start back on. It's not an original T15 pull start. It's a pull start from something else, but it works. But the string's just a bit too long. It flaps around, and that might annoy some people. So I'm gonna you can pull the string out the top, as you can see there. So I'm just going to tie another knot here, and then the excess after I've tied the experience here tells me don't cut the old knot off before you've tied the new knot. That is what experience tells me there. Oh, that's still far too short. For the reason for that is if you take the old knot, if you untie the cut the old knot off, and the string slips out your hand, that's perfect. What happens is it wouldn't have done in this case. I don't think it would, because the string was floppy anyway. But it can come loose inside the pull start, and the string zips in. And before you know it, you've lost the string. And then you've got to take the pull start apart, try and fish it all out. The springs are everywhere. So if you're ever in this situation, you can do this on lawnmowers as well, and trimmers and things. If you're ever in this situation where you've got a knot in the string, but you've just got a floppy handle, well, pull it out, tie a new knot, and then you've got the old knots here. And then go and get, what we got? You can get snippers, side cutters, scissors, whatever you want. The closest thing to hand was a pair of scissors for me. And then you can just cut that off. Cut that off the top there like that. There you go. Pull start, all sorted out. There's the excess piece of string. Throw that in the bin, happy days. Job done. That's one little thing sorted out. Let's have a look at this receiver and see if we can sort that out next. So I've got the cover off. I've got a hump pack in here. I'm not going to sell it with this hump pack because I want this hump pack and I haven't got any new ones. And if I go and buy one to sell it with, I'm not going to make any money. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to make any money with this as it is, I don't think. I think I will be lucky if I do actually make any profit on this, but hopefully I'll break even. You can't win them all, can you? But if you don't take the risk, you don't know. But there we go. So now the receiver should be in here because you've actually got the little hole there where the aerial tube. Have I got any aerial tubes? Where are the aerial tubes? Demonstrational purposes, I have an aerial tube. That goes in there like that, see? And your aerial comes out there like that. But someone's stuck it on here. Pardon me. Why they've done that, I don't know. Because it means that you've got that flapping around. So let's remove it. It looks untidy as well, being stuck to the servo there. I would much rather it be inside the little box that it is supposed to be in. It just looks better, and I don't see why it wouldn't fit, because the old receivers, the old AM ones, they used to be they're bigger. I mean, where are we? That's an AM receiver there. I mean, that's a lot bigger than the 2.4 gigahertz one. So, you know, I don't know what the hell's going on there. That's a bit crazy, but I reckon that goes there. We should be able to jam it in there somewhere. That goes around there to connect to a battery. That will go in there nicely. That does fit in there. And them little plugs go in there. That fits in there quite nice. But the question is a battery pack going to fit in there with it? That is the question. That's the ultimate question. Is a battery pack going to fit in there as well? So I'm not going to sell it with a hump pack, as I've just explained, but let's see if one fits in. There we go. That's it, lovely. Hump pack fits in there like that. Let's see, that goes that way around. That goes, oh, that goes up through that little hole. Obviously the wires will be inside, but for testing purposes that fits on there lovely. I don't see any problem with that. That fits on there beautifully. So we know that that fits. We know that the hump pack fits in with the receiver. Not that you can get it out again afterwards, mind you. There we go. I might see. I was gonna sell it without a battery pack at all, because the person who buys it's just gonna go out and buy themselves a hump pack anyway. But I might see if I can throw it. See, that one won't fit in there now. So it's got to be with a hump pack. It's got to be with a hump pack. So, or a smaller battery. So I'll just say it needs a battery. Simple as that. But that is lovely. I'm over the moon with that. That is very nice. So we got that sorted out. I'll clean the top of that servo. Maybe it is supposed to go on top of the servo. Maybe there's meant to be another cover on there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I really don't. But why they would have, unless this isn't the right cover for it. But you know, it's got the aerial tube holder there. So I'm going to put the aerial through there. I'm going to put the wood screw in that the previous owner put in to hold that down. That's lovely. Now we can give that a bit of a clean up. I reckon there's meant to be another cover. I reckon on the top of this servo, probably another cover. Maybe the receiver went on there, but it just seems a bit weird that you'd have a little aerial tube hole there if you didn't have an aerial. So if the receiver was in there, so but the receiver fits in there with a hump pack, so that's happy days. That looks a whole lot better there now. Sweet. It's got a little bit of this tar and glue remover. Good stuff, this, really good stuff. When I'm doing a bit of sign writing on a car or whatever, I use this to get rid of the old glue from any old signs or any old stickers. And very good stuff. So I've got a sticky pad on here on this servo. So if I, hold on a minute. Right, bit of a blockage, but it's unblocked now. If I spray a little bit of that on there and let that soak in a little bit, that should let me remove all of the sticky pad, and then we should have a nice, I might have a little few scratch marks on it unfortunately, but we should have a nice unsticky padded servo by the time I've finished. Nice little bit of kitchen paper. Yeah, I've scratched it a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. Let's see if we can clean that bit of nitro out of there as well. It looks a lot better than it did with the sticky pad on it, even though I did scratch it a little bit. But I was using a metal screwdriver, so I mean, what did I expect? I mean, you know. But that looks a whole lot better than it did. So I'm absolutely over the moon with that. This is brilliant now, absolutely brilliant. I've even cleaned up the transmitter a little bit. It's a bit dicky on the batteries though, for some reason. Don't know why that doesn't hold. Anyway, yeah, well happy with that. Nice one. Right, one of the last things to do, obviously I've still got to get the air filter. I'm waiting for that to come in the post. I didn't have none that fitted, so I've had to order a new air filter for it. That's coming in the post. But after that, that's the only thing left to do. One and only thing left to do though is I'm going to use them ones. Yeah, well, I'll use these ones. We're going to raise up the shell a little bit on the back. So if we put one of these little shells, one of these little clips. Don't really know where they got to be yet. I'll put them in upside down. I'll put one there, so we've got 1, 2, and it's in the third one. Let's see. Yeah. I don't think the front needs adjusting at all, it's just the back. Well, see, that ain't bad. That's not bad. It could come up one more. So if I put them in the second hole, that one there, that one there, and now if we find the front ones, wherever they are, and that there, lovely. Look at that. Right, let's get a couple of them out to put. So I'm gonna have to. That will go on. That'll be right. One there. One there. Another couple, because it didn't come with any R clips. When I bought it, it just didn't have any. It was as simple as that. I don't know whether he ever ran the shell or what. But look at that. Let me get you off the tripod and you can have a look. Look at that. That's a lot better. A little bit higher up. I know it doesn't look quite slammed as it did before, but that is a lot better. It actually looks better as well. Yeah. I wonder if the front could do with being lowered a little bit. We could bring the front down a little bit, but I don't know if it'd steer any good though. But we could bring the front down, or what do you reckon? I reckon we could do. We could experiment and bring the front down a bit and see what that ends up being like. But I reckon that's a project well finished. That is a project well finished. Right, let me just bring the front down a bit. We might better fill in that bit of gap there, so it's more like that one. But I kind of like it with the back being a bit lower. Put in the comments, what do you like? Do you like the back being a bit lower like that, or the front? I'll bring the front down and we'll see. You know what? I like it with the front being lower. That is really good. That is really, really good. Look at that. Proper happy. Right, that is a project done and dusted, finished. Nice one, you lot. Very nice. Thanks for watching. Got a text message. All of you that have watched this this little project, thanks for watching it. Appreciate all of it. So on to the next. Righto, you lot. I've been busy behind the scenes. I've been very busy behind the scenes. I've been having a sort out to try and, you know, get rid of the stuff that I don't need or use anymore, and that way I can buy more RC cars. And we might better break into the 5th scale market that you want me to break into, you lot. So I've got some 1995 RM125, Suzuki RM125, rear fenders as Americans call them, mud guards as we in England call them, and the back mud guard. Got a Discovery breather pipe there for a Land Rover TD5. Got the turbo return pipe, which I'm going to get down and take pictures of to put up for sale shortly. And we've had a pretty much massive clear out of the roof. The only thing left is some levels which I use, sprinklers. Got a silver rod antenna there which I might sell, not really sure. I was keeping that as a spare, body shell, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. But I got a clear out. Land Rover Discovery Defender or Defender mud flaps there that I bought for my Discovery, both of them, but never fitted it to either. Still in the packet. Nobody seems to want to buy them, but you know, I'm still clearing out loads of stuff, and hopefully we'll transfer that into RC car goodness. Also got a genuine Ford Mark 1 RS front grille that I took out of my one when I fitted a bigger intercooler, and it's just sat in the roof of the garage for about 8-9 years. So that's going to go up for sale relatively soon. Hopefully that might bring in some dough for RC cars. Never know, do you? I've still got these body shells. I've had various people, I'm not really sure if any of these are sold or what. I had someone ask for the hot bodies one. Dude, I've lost your comment. If it was you that asked me for it, I think you were Lawrence or something. Oh man, I get so many people. I'm really sorry if you know you're a bit offended, or whoever you are, that I haven't remembered who you are. But I get so many comments. Believe it or not, you won't believe this. I woke up this morning and there was 56 private messages in my Instagram, all asking questions where to buy stuff. They want specific stuff. You know, one person wanted to know where to buy stuff for buggy racing, so I sent them to Answer RC, you know. Someone wanted to know what is the best and cheapest buggy to buy. I said, go and have a look at Wheelspin Models, Model Sport. Have a look on there, see what, you know, what nitros you can get. They're the best places to go for that sort of stuff. And other people asking questions, how to do this, their car won't start. 56 messages this morning. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I've lost a comment, the person who wanted the hot bodies one, and I haven't had any emails or messages from them. So if you're the person that wanted the hot bodies shell, please get in touch with me. It's yours. You know, I'm waiting for you to give me your details and everything so we can sort it all out. All the other ones are still for sale. That one there, you know, we've got Viper one with the lights in it. This Savage shell that probably fit on other trucks. That's a really nice, it's bloody solid, that is. It ain't that flimsy plastic, it's bloody rock solid. Hot Bodies one, which is provisionally sold to that person, whoever it was. Hopefully they'll see this video and contact me. And then this one. So anybody who wants them, please get in contact. Make me an offer, any offer, and it'll be yours. I've also got all of these that come with that that drift car. But to be honest, I'm not going to use any of them anytime soon, am I? Because I've got the Skyline shell on the drift car, and I can only use one shell at a time, and I really like that shell, so probably just going to keep that one. And it makes sense to, you know, actually let someone use these shells that are actually going to use them. These two, that's brand spanking new. That one's still in the plastic. These ones don't look like they've been used. They've obviously had the holes put in them for bodies, so is that one, but they look brand spanking new, no damage to them. So anybody wants any of these, get in contact and make me an offer, and you know, all the money for it will go straight back into this channel to get whatever next RC car it is I'm gonna get. So yeah, might as well. Rightio then, you lot. Thanks for watching. Appreciate that. Hopefully, you, as I say earlier on, hopefully you enjoyed the little restoration project of the RS4. If I see any more of them RS4s come up, I think I'll get another one, and we'll restore that one as well. And I say restore, it's not really restore, is it? Because we just kind of fix what's wrong with it. But yeah, we'll have a look at that, and because I do like them. I like the platform. I like the way they are. You know, they've got 2 gears. I think not all of them had 2 gears. They did do some that did, some that didn't. They did a bigger platform, an Evo version, and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, nice, very nice. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and be careful what you say on the internet. Lesson learned, you lot.